This video brings to life a frightening what-if scenario, where Russia stands against many nations in a situation that could look like World War III. Known for its robust military capabilities and its paramount role in orchestrating world events, Russia's presence is a formidable one on the international playing field, its influence rippling through the corridors of global power. Russia's military is known for its extensive and diverse capabilities. The country has a variety of aircraft like the Sukhoi and MiG jets that are crucial for maintaining control in the air. The ground forces include powerful machinery such as the T-14 Armata tanks, which are equipped for different combat situations. And we can't forget that Russia is known for possessing nuclear weapons. Every component, individual, and strategy within Russia's military is critical. They collectively contribute to Russia's overall defensive and offensive capabilities. The world observes the development and deployment of Russia's military assets closely, considering its implications for international security and power dynamics. The capabilities and actions of Russia's military are integral to international relations and have the potential to influence the outcomes in various global scenarios. As of 2023, Russia is part of the CSTO, a military alliance between 6 post-Soviet states. In the event of a conflict between Russia and NATO, it is likely that the CSTO would support Russia. The CSTO Charter states that an act of aggression against one member state shall be considered as an act of aggression against all member states. However, it is important to note that the CSTO is not a monolithic bloc. Each member state has its own interests and priorities. For example, Kazakhstan has close economic ties with the West and is unlikely to want to get involved in a conflict between Russia and NATO. The same goes for Armenia. In the world today, alliances and disagreements shape how countries interact with each other. Another major group is NATO, a collection of countries that have agreed to work together for their shared safety. However, some nations have strained relations with NATO, and this impacts who might side with whom in our scenario. Russia and NATO have historically experienced tensions and disagreements. With powerful member nations such as the USA, the UK, and Germany, NATO stands as a formidable alliance. Should Russia enter into a conflict, it's likely that NATO members would unite in their stance against it. But what about countries that aren't part of NATO and don't get along with it either? Some of these nations might see an opportunity to join forces with Russia. A country like China, for instance, has its own tensions with NATO members and might find it beneficial to align with Russia due to their shared interests and mutual concerns regarding Western influence. Similarly, nations like Iran and North Korea, who have long-standing disagreements with the West, might also see the benefits of siding with Russia. These countries could form partnerships due to their shared opposition to Western ideologies and policies, thereby adding to the strength and number of potential allies for Russia. However, not every non-NATO country with Western tensions would automatically side with Russia. Every country has its own interests and priorities, and some might choose to stay neutral, weighing the costs and benefits of entering a potential global conflict. Furthermore, in this shaky and unpredictable scenario, there would likely be countries choosing not to pick a side, preferring to stay neutral. These neutral entities, possibly including countries like Switzerland and Sweden, have historically preferred not to engage in military conflicts and instead maintain a stance of non-alignment. They would probably continue to prioritize peace and diplomacy over open conflict. However, neutrality doesn't mean inaction. These countries might play crucial roles in mediating conversations between conflicting sides, trying to find peaceful solutions and avoiding unnecessary escalations. They could work to bring conflicting parties to the negotiation table, fostering dialogue and understanding in the hope of resolving tensions without resorting to warfare. Staying neutral in times of widespread conflict is a challenging path. These nations would face immense pressure from both sides, trying to sway them to join their cause. Balancing the act between maintaining neutrality and responding to international pressure would require a careful and well-thought-out approach, focusing on preserving peace and stability. Staying out of potential conflicts also allows these neutral countries to be a refuge for those fleeing from the horrors of war, offering humanitarian aid and support to the ones most affected by the confrontations. So what might actually happen in these speculative situations of World War III? In one scenario, we could see Russia forming uneasy alliances with countries like China, Iran, and North Korea, leading to a large-scale standoff against NATO members and their allies. This could sharply divide the international community, forcing nations to pick sides. The repercussions could be immense, affecting global trade and economies, potentially leading to a period of international instability and uncertainty where global cooperation takes a back seat to regional alliances and interests. In another hypothetical situation, we could witness an unprecedented unity among the majority of the world nations against Russia. This would isolate Russia significantly, putting immense pressure on its economy and internal stability. The impacts of such isolation would not only be felt by Russia, but would also reverberate through its allies, affecting their international standing and relationships. Finally, imagine a scenario where intense diplomatic negotiations and peace talks precede any substantial conflict. In this situation, the focus would be on dialogue and mutual understanding to de-escalate tensions and avoid the catastrophic impacts of a global conflict. This could lead to a renewed emphasis on international cooperation and diplomatic solutions, resulting in a shift towards global stability and peace, albeit with underlying tensions and unresolved issues. Of course, after the dust settles and silence envelops the battlefield, the impacts of battle will linger. Think about a world after such a big war. Everything would change. Countries would have new rules, new leaders, and many people would be scared and worried. Whole cities could be destroyed, and so many people, maybe millions, could lose their lives. Survivors would struggle, trying to find new places to live and new jobs. Money problems would be everywhere, making life really hard for lots of people. Trade between countries could break down, leading to shortages and more suffering. This possible future paints a clear picture. Big wars bring big suffering. It reminds us how important it is to solve our disagreements peacefully and to work together to make a better world for everyone. Closing out, we've glimpsed a hypothetical world ensnared in warfare, a world marked by devastation, upheaval, and immense sorrow. It's a daunting, harrowing vision that we must ardently wish to remain in the realm of the unreal. It's crucial to harbor hope that leaders across the globe will choose dialogue over discord, understanding over conflict, averting the specter of such catastrophic futures. Let's aspire for a peaceful world, a place where differences are resolved without violence, and where unity and harmony prevail. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel for more intriguing discussions and insights into the world around us.